Going to start with goblet slider lateral lunge. Big fan of this one. Obviously, working on single leg strength, we can work on deficiencies in strength from one leg to the other. We're also getting in that frontal plane, but the reason I like this for injury prevention is it brings the adductor into play. Usually, the big three of injuries is hip flexor, adductor or your groin, and hamstring. So this is going to be one of my favorite. You're really going to feel it if you pull that slider back in on the way up. That adductor is really going to fire up. From there, this is going to be the flywheel hamstring curl. Now, definitely a love-hate relationship with these. The whole point of the flywheel is to overload the eccentric or the negative on the way out. So the harder you pull in, the harder it's going to pull you into the eccentric. Now, the reason that is so important is that's where the vast majority of hamstring injuries will take place, is on the eccentric or the lengthening of the hamstring. So with these, if we can make the hamstring as robust as possible, as strong as possible in the eccentric portion, the more resilient to injury that we should be. It's also just going to help us in general hip extension, which will allow us to put more force into the ground and hopefully increase our sprint speed. So again, it's going to help us reduce injury as much as possible, and also really help us in our sprint performance in delivering more force into the ground. And to finish up here, this is kind of more of a finer detail. This would be single leg soleus raises. So I've done these with two legs. You can do them with two legs. It's much easier. But the really big focus is to control on the way down. That's going to help us prevent those shin splints, kind of that nagging, aching pain on the front of shin that curses so many sprinters and runners.